Hi everyone, and welcome back to Create Animated Gradient Backgrounds in After Effects. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to adjust our shapes that we've created and create a gradient effect for our animation. So now that we've got some colors set up in our gradient design comp, let's go ahead and place them into our main comp to see how it affects the look of our animation. So click on the main comp tab here to bring it back up, or double click on the main comp in our project tab, and then we're just going to drag and drop the gradient design into the main comp, like so. Next, we're going to want to create a background layer for our main comp. So to do this, simply go to Layer, New, and Solid. And now in the solid window, we can rename the solid background. So let's go ahead and rename this solid BG for background. And we can also assign a color for it. So let's go ahead and put a color code in here. So let's select this here. And we want to put a color code of 323 F62, like so. And this will be a sort of dark grayish blue color, like that. Then click OK once you've done that. Of course, you can also select your own color for this. And then once you're happy with the color, go ahead and click OK to confirm. Now we also want to make sure that the solid background layer is at the bottom of our layers. So just click and drag that so that our gradient design appears on top. Awesome. Now on the gradient design comp, we want to start adding some effects to create a nice gradient effect for our animation. So select the gradient design comp here. So the first effect we want to add is called Turbulent Displace. And we can find that in the top menu bar here. Go to Effect, and then find Distort, and then find Turbulent Displace in the menu here. Then once you click on that, you'll see straight away that it's sort of distorted our shapes inside our gradient design, like so. And next we want to go to the Effects and Controls panel here. So automatically this has been selected for us up here. And we want to start to adjust some of these settings. So from here, make sure that the displacement is set to turbulent. And then we want to set the amount to around 20. And then for the complexity over here, let's go ahead and set the complexity to about 2. So let's increase it to 2 here, like so. Next, we'll want to add some directional blur. So again, making sure that our gradient design comp is selected. Go to Effect, go to Blur and Sharpen. And then we want to find directional blur, like so. So once again, clicking on this will automatically affect our gradient design comp, and we'll add this directional blur to our effects and control panel here. So once we've got that, we'll want to go ahead and change some of these settings. So let's go ahead and put the blur length from 0 to around 600, like so. And straight away you'll see now how our shapes are starting to blend together. Alright, next let's go ahead and add a twirl effect. So again, to do this, make sure gradient design is selected. Go to Effect, go to Distort, and next we want to go to Twirl, like so. And here we can really start to adjust the look of our gradient comp by adjusting some of these values. So for now, let's go ahead and set the angle here to 250, and let's set a radius of 100, like so. And then finally we'll add a little bit more blur to the gradient by going to Effect, going to Blur, and now we want to go ahead and find Fast Box Blur, or Fast Blur, depending on what version of After Effects you're using. And then what we have to do from here is set the blurriness to a number that you want, say about 20, just to make it a little bit blurrier. So you can increase or decrease the amount of blur that you want depending on what sort of look you want your animation to have. So if you want a little bit more of a sharper edge to your gradient, all you have to do is decrease the blur radius. So let's decrease it to about 5. Or if you want a blurrier edge to your gradient, increase it to something like 30, like so. So I like to have a little bit more of an edge to it, so I'm just going to put it at 5, and then of course later on we can change these values if we decide to as well. Awesome! Now we're all set to create the rest of our gradient composition, which I'll show you how to do in the next video. See you all there!